What else? I didn't really have much to talk about by way of updates, except that that one project that I announced yesterday got that the episode that I was in went out, and I was like, I actually had to like take a moment. I know that it's bad to have like celebrate a little bit, because you end up just being content, and when you're content you're not like pushing stuff. So I was trying really hard to like pull myself out of contentment and my little celebratory situation to like, but like I was so happy with it. So that's the project. It was for a podcast called Mondrea Memories, and it's basically just kind of like a dreamland fantasy podcast with like pirates and shit and all that kind of stuff. And I was super, super nervous about that role, because it was something completely different and unique that I just kind of like went on a limb when I auditioned for it. And I was like, I don't, is there any fucking way that I will be able to actually pull off this character? Like, I'm not sure, but I don't know if I'll be able to do it. But and also the other thing that I was really nervous about was that the creator of the podcast, Jet Falco, was very like meticulous and particular about how he wanted the character to sound and how certain things were pronounced and all those kinds of things. So I was just like really, really nervous about like, because the accent was so unique, can I actually pull it off and make it sound like, are people going to listen to the podcast and be like, is she supposed to be Russian? Is she supposed to be Eastern European? Is she supposed to be blah? And it's like, the truth is she's all of those things. Like, the brief specifically was someone who has a mix of like slightly this, like a slight influence of an Eastern European accent and a slight influence of blah, blah, blah. So I just kind of did my best to very subtly try to pull that in. And then it's like, also she's like had a night of sex, and like she's tired, and she's got that like afterglow of like she's just had an entire 2 days worth of lovemaking kind of thing, and like she's this powerful queen figure, and like all of those things are aspects of characters that I have no experience with whatsoever. I don't see myself as any of those kinds of attributes. So I didn't know how to like pull that out of me if I didn't know. But he was so happy with it, and I'm so glad that he was so happy with it. And I think it turned out so well. And my character has like the coolest fucking monologue in this episode. So that was really awesome too. It was just really cool to be able to like do that. And so I ended up recording some behind the scenes footage when I recorded that. So yesterday I spent a billion years trying to edit that all together. So I'll upload that to YouTube as well, because Jet said that he fucking loved it and he said it was cool if I did. So I'll have like all the links and shit in that video for the podcast and this video, because I'll probably end up uploading this. So there was that. And then what else? Yeah, I hella cut down on all my other content creation stuff. So like all of the highlight videos that I make, uploading all of my playthroughs to YouTube, all of that kind of stuff. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Uploading all of the playthroughs to YouTube and all of that stuff, I cut way down on those things. Uploading things to Instagram, all that kind of stuff. Like I do some stuff sometimes, but I'm not going out of my way to like make sure that there's an abundance of content fucking everywhere. So I'll still be highlighting all of the play sessions on Twitch. So like for, I don't know, Assassin's Creed or whatever, I'll still highlight all of that stuff, like the full VOD playthrough. So it'll be like a highlighted just that playthrough segment on Twitch But I won't be uploading that stuff to YouTube because literally the amount of time that it takes to even just make a thumbnail, upload, like update all the tags and like all that kind of stuff is like so much work. That's more than people realize. So I'm just not doing that. But if I have extra time, I will definitely sit down and, edit clips together and stuff and have like the short, clip compilation videos and stuff because those are super fun and I do really love those. So that's like my little fun passion project aside from streaming. But I'm definitely not going to be like going out of my way to like create reaction videos or to make sure that the entire playthroughs are uploaded to YouTube or any of those kinds of things. So, which is great because it gives me time to actually focus on the things that I wanted. I know that I already spoke about it and I don't want to bang on about it too much, but when at the start of the week I went through my whole to-do list and like literally completely deleted a whole bunch of tasks. And then when I was saying that on Tuesday, I was just kind of sitting there not really knowing like what to do with myself and stuff. Hey, Sora. I didn't really know what to do because I usually spend like most of Tuesday, I don't know, looking for auditions and then editing for 8 hours and then recording something for 4 hours. And because I didn't have all of that work in front of me, I was actively trying not to do most of that work. I was just like, what do I do then? And I was kind of like stuck in limbo while my brain was attempting to shift gears from focusing on this to focusing on this. So I just had to literally just give myself time and step away from everything and just like face rolled through WoW for a bit, ended up having a nap in the evening when I had planned to do some work. I slept for like 16 hours or something because my brain just didn't know what to do with itself and like read books and all that kind of stuff. But now being able to focus more on the things that I want to prioritize is really nice because I can put a lot more thought into like how I approach a certain character and like auditioning for things that I actually care about versus just throwing auditions out there for everything and hoping something lands, and then trying to work out what I'm trying to do with the character later or something like that. Like I feel a lot better about the work that I'm actually putting out. And it's kind of like the work smarter, not harder thing. Like I'm a lot more conscious of projects that I'm actually actively pursuing and putting a lot more effort and thought into those versus just trying to like brute force through a bunch of stuff and like hope that I get something, I suppose. So yeah, it's good. It's good. And then, yeah, this weekend was supposed to be absolutely packed. I was supposed to have an improv workshop on Saturday morning, and then my workshop that got rescheduled from last weekend was supposed to be tomorrow, but I don't know if it will because I think Kev's still trying to work out scheduling, so I've got a feeling he might cancel it or something. Then we have stream. Then we also have movie day on Sunday morning, and then I also have to do my mum's nails and stuff on Sunday evening, and then I have to wake up at 6 a.m. on Monday for Kerri Saves Azeroth. But I think we only have 2 more streams left of Kerri Saves Azeroth, luckily for me, because that came at the best time. Like I love doing that show, but having to wake up at 6 a.m. every Monday is definitely hard. And the Heroes Hearth team is freaking awesome. But they have some really, really cool stuff coming that's like taking over that time slot. So even though it's kind of like I love doing that show, but I can just do it on Saturday nights on my own channel anyway. And it comes at the perfect time where I was really like pulling back on other things and concentrating more on my own stuff. So it was like literally perfectly timed. Perfectly. It couldn't have been better timing. Yeah, so much happier. The other best thing is just being able to like feel less guilty about just stepping away from social media or feeling less pressure at having to constantly throw my content in people's faces and stuff. Good night, Angry. Have a good sleep. Yeah, I don't know. It just feels like I'm a human again, I guess. It's like if I want to post something, I can do it because I want to, or, you know, I don't know. It's really nice being able to just focus on things that I know I can improve and build on versus just like content. I'm gonna throw more content, do more content, give out more content and all that kind of shit. So it's good. I love it. And I don't know, there's something about acting that I wish I had sensed earlier that it was something that I wanted to look into, and I could have, I don't know, done a drama course or something. But at the same time, I think I just wasn't ready for it. It sounds really wanky. I feel like talking about acting in general feels really wanky still. Like there's this stigma attached to the field that it's like, you know, drama kids and musical theater and like all of these kinds of things. And it's like, yeah, but I don't know. There's just something about it that like it speaks to me. And I really enjoy it. And I enjoy like exploring. I've always had an interest in like humans and interactions. And like, you guys know, I'm always talking about like on social media, how interesting it is how people engage and like what they say versus what they want, and like how they talk versus how they behave and all those kinds of things, and like the intentions that people have and how they voice those intentions in different ways. And I think it's finally culminating in my brain as like, oh, this has been something that maybe you could have done all along, but now it's finally at the point where where I can contextualize all of those thoughts and like actually do something with it. So yeah, I'm really cautious of the whole like chasing your passion thing and trying to like actually make something of it. But I do feel really grateful and really pleased that like I've had some acquaintances that I met through streaming start DMing me asking like what my rates are for voiceover work. And that's super awesome. And just like really incredible people who understand that creatives, I should say, need to be, you know, paid what they're worth. And like a lot of effort goes into being creative and staying inspired and putting out all of this work. And every single person who's reached out to me in that way has been like insistent on like paying industry rates for stuff, which is crazy considering the amount of like multi-million/billion-dollar companies that prefer to pay peanuts for like an advertisement that they're showing worldwide or something like that. Like to have people who are just working on indie projects that are, you know, some aren't monetized, some are, but like to have people really insist like, no, I insist you need to be paid for your work. Like that's so cool. Like you can feel the respect from your peers and it's so good and I love it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really excited. I'm really excited about everything. And it's cool that I get to sit here and chat with you guys about it too. We can like motivate each other and stuff. There's no age limit. Yeah, exactly. Especially now. I feel like it's crazy because there are so many like older actresses and stuff who were like, oh, for sure, 100%. There's no way. I can't show my feed. It's not letting me. I had to restart my Stream Deck software, so it's like not talking to my PC. There we go. We got there eventually. I just had to press it 6 times. It's cool. It's cool that like there have been so many, you know, older actresses in Hollywood and shit coming out and being like, dude, I thought my career was going to be over like 50 years ago. Like as soon as I turned 30, I thought it was over. I thought there was going to be nothing for me. And now there's like all of this stuff for literally everybody. Because like we want to see, like everyone wants to see themselves in works of art. So it's like, you know, like if you can't see yourself in it, then who's gonna play that? Like Betty White is still going, oh my God, isn't she a little pocket rocket? amazing, right? Like some people really keep, like they just go until literally life is like, no, you've done enough. Like that's it. Like you need to stop. Like it's crazy. Yeah. So I hope I can do that too, I guess. I really hope I can, because that would be really nice. But, it's a long road. It's a journey that never ends. It just goes on and on, my friend. So we'll see. But, so far so good. Yay! Good talk. Good